Well, we almost got stuck in Cartagena, y'all.
Lord have mercy. You know, we've been traveling since September 15th.
Since mid-September. Since mid-September. And yeah, we're going to talk about all of that, all right? And let you know what we have learned and how we were able to pack and logistically plan for a 6 week, almost 6 week traveling experience. Okay. And I don't say vacation because some of y'all know we have been taking one-on-one calls since we've been in the Americas and everything else. But yeah, y'all, we have gone to about 7 different cities on 3 different continents so far. And with all of these different climates. And all we had was 1 check suitcase apiece, 1 carry-on, and backpacks. That's it. That's it for that whole time and for all of those different climates. So we're going to talk about that. It's really easy, y'all. We're going to talk about that, but we're going to talk about some things that we learned. So you're going to stick around to the end so we can do that. So, all right, sweetheart. What are we talking about today?
We almost got stuck in Cartagena.
Right? 5 pro tips for multi-country travel. All right. So we're going to give you 5 pro tips for 6 weeks. We 7 climates. Look, 7 climates, 6 different countries, 8 different countries. Yeah, I think that'll end up being 8 different countries at the end of the day, y'all. At the end of the day. And we have had a ball. We are nearing the end, and we've got lots of videos and stuff that we want to show you.
Yeah.
But we are going to keep this light and short. But first, hey, y'all, my name's Halisi.
And I'm Rick. Welcome to our Black Utopia.
On our channel, we talk about money. We talk about travel and life abroad. We help folks who look like us, who are getting close to retirement age and forgot to plan, get their financial act together so that they can retire on time or maybe even abroad.
And early is good too. Early and abroad.
Early and abroad are always, always, always a good thing, especially in this political climate. Look, y'all, in case you guys don't know, if you're new to our channel, back in 2018, Rick and I got a wake-up call. We looked at our money. We were getting close to retirement age. We looked at our money, and it looked crazy. But we got our financial act together, and we went from negative 22,000 to over 1.1 million in net worth, and we did that in about 3.5 years, y'all. If we can do that, a lot of you are a lot closer than we were. As we're talking to you, a lot of you are a lot closer than we were, okay? A lot closer to being able to say, deuces.
I'm out.
Seriously. So if you need help with that, that information is in the description below. You book a one-on-one call, or you can join Beyond the Bling. That's our financial freedom program for late bloomers. Let's get right to it. Number 1, pack by layers, not by location, y'all. Okay?
Yeah. Don't pack for Medellín or for London.
Right.
Pack using a layering system.
Right. And so, for instance, originally we were going to go all the way down to the southern part of South America, which was going to be a lot cooler. Now, in the evening, it's a lot cooler in Querétaro, Mexico as well. So we knew that it was going to be about the same in Querétaro, Mexico, as it would have been down in Montevideo. And so the key was to pack the necessities and then bring layers, as opposed to a different wardrobe for this and a different wardrobe for that. Right. And so for me, that thing was scarves. Y'all know I love my scarves, right? So it's not just for decoration. Excuse me, I keep bumping this. It's not just for decoration. It's also to keep you warm in the evening, right? So you can wrap it around, 2 of them. I'll put it around my head if it gets too windy, especially with my no hair, right? And so all those are little things that can serve 2 functions.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. We also packed 1 mid layer and 1 outer shell. So I have a very, very thin rain jacket / wind jacket, windcoat, windbreaker type thing, right? And then I have a raincoat, but it's a rain jacket. It just comes down to my right above my knees, mid thighs, whatever.
And I have a rain jacket.
Right. And they have come in handy because we travel. We always seem to travel during rainy season, so which is usually off season as well. So not as many tourists, etc. So so that's the thing. All right, number 2, and this kind of goes hand in hand with number 1.
Think in capsule outfits and not in single items.
Yeah. So what I did was I only packed certain colors. And then I allowed my scarves to be the things that mix and match, right? And, earrings and things like that. Things that are small that you can just, but just 3 different colors basically, right? And so everything goes with everything for the most part. Everything goes with everything. And that way you don't have to worry about it. We also paid attention to where the places that we stayed that had washer and dryers.
Yes, definitely.
Utilize the washer and dryers, right? Utilize the washer and dryers. So between the capsule outfits and the packing in layers, you see how that goes, right? And so you've got, like, for instance, black shorts, black shirt, black leggings, white and red or something like that. And then you take some mixy-matchy scarves and call it a day. Seriously. So it's not that big of a deal. I brought, we had 2 special occasions, and I brought something that I could also dress down for if, Rick and I wanted to go out, listen to jazz, whatever have you. We're going to go listen to live music, stuff like that. I brought that. But again, dress it up or dress it down, because we did a lot. There was a cruise involved and all that other kind of stuff, right? So yeah. All right. Number 3.
Digitize your documents before you fly.
Yes. And so we use, I should say, thanks to Ron. Hey, Ron, if you're listening, and anybody who's watching from the future, let us know where you're logging in from. Yeah. We're in Curaçao. And Ron, who is Rick's best friend, hipped us to Tripit, TRIPIT. It is an app. There is a free version. I used the free version up until this trip. So for the past, 8 years or whatever, I've been using the free version, but now I've had it.
Pro version.
I've had it. And one of the big differences is, getting back to the digitize your docs before you fly, is that Tripit will automatically put your whole itinerary together with everything that you need, your confirmation numbers, and then you can upload your documents. You can upload your boarding passes. If you do any excursions or things like that, tours or museum tickets, et cetera, all of that can be uploaded straight to the application, as well as other things that you might not be aware that you need. So we've got copies of everything in the cloud, and then we upload what we need into our Tripit for easy access. And that way you can have it on your phone, and you can, if it's on Tripit, you don't need to be on Wi-Fi if you've already uploaded it. All right. And so that's going to be very important.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, another thing that we have tried this time is Olafly. Speaking of being connected.
Oh yeah, and it's been working out fantastically.
Right. So we bought it for a month, and we need to check to see when that runs out. We bought it for a month, and I think it was all you can eat for about 50 something, 60 bucks.
I think it was 60.
About 60 something bucks a piece for a month. Now you say that's an extra 120. Yeah, but no matter where we landed, we had data. All you can eat data. So I could watch, YouTube all I wanted, on the bus and this and that and the other, or sitting in, a terminal where the Wi-Fi is kind of tricky or whatever have you. And so, yeah, Olafly. We don't have a link for it, y'all. We don't have we're just telling you. We're using it.
Something that worked for us.
And it is working.
Yeah, it's working.
It is working. And so it has been pretty seamless. Calling taxis, Ubers, this is that and the other.
From wherever we go, it knows where we are.
Exactly. It just recalibrates. All right. So number one was pack by layer, not by location. Number two, think in capsule outfits. All right. Not single items. So like for me, I just chose three or four colors, and everything was in those colors, or everything matched with each other. You see what I'm saying? Digitize your docs before you fly. And we mentioned TripIt as a way to store those along with your itinerary, your boarding passes, and everything else, so that it is readily available. The other thing that you can do in your photos is have a separate folder for like your passport card, any visas and things like that, so that you have them in two places. Or if you don't want to pay for TripIt, that's another thing that you can do. You can create a folder within your photos in your phone and put all of your documents into that folder. And then when you get home, you can just delete it. So that's another thing. That's another way that you can do it, so that you have things readily available. This is really important. If you're just going to one country, y'all, a lot of this stuff may be overkill. All right. But we don't travel that way. And we suggest that you don't travel that way either. It is really, hey, Strudan, we see you, new member. Thank you. What we have discovered is once you go to a region, it's actually in the long run less expensive to travel around that region for a while and see what you want to see before going all the way back home. So that's why we have been, traipsing around between Mexico and northern South America. And now we're in Curaçao. We're in the Caribbean. So, and then we'll be going back to visit Angela at the Mar and seeing Dias de los Muertos, and then to see my mommy and back home. So, this is what you can do. One, when you decide to live life on your own terms and you decide to prioritize what you really want to do, right? So yes, I would love to have some red bottoms as I am waiting for my first class, in the lounge and all of that.
But you want some red bottoms in the lounge?
You see what I'm saying? But in the big scheme of things, I don't care. Like, I don't need that. I'd rather not be working right now for somebody else, right? Than having some red bottoms and in the lounge in the first class with the whatever happened. Right. Okay. I still like the lounge and I still like the first class, but you can do that with points. You can do that with points. You don't have to spend that money, and red bottoms can kiss my behind. So, number 4, Lord. Expect the unexpected requirement.
Yes.
Tell us about it, sweetheart.
So, like some countries, like Curaçao require yellow fever vaccination proof.
Yeah. Now we've had it.
We've been to South Africa. The first time we got it when we went to South Africa.
Yeah, because we didn't know that we probably didn't need it, but it was overkill probably in those days. But look, y'all.
Yeah.
Proof.
So who walks around with proof of vaccination
from 15 years ago, 20 years ago?
For whatever. Unless you need to get new shots. When we went to Thailand, we checked with the
travel bureau
registry for Portugal, and they made sure we had our immunizations and stuff like that were on par. But other than that, we hadn't really had anything like that happen until when we went to South Africa for the first time in 2008.
Yeah, but no one checked like we were in Cartagena, y'all, at the booth trying to check our bags in for about 30 minutes or more and thankfully we got there really early because we didn't know what the security situation was going to be, et cetera, right? But yeah, we were there for about 30 minutes. And so that's another thing. Expect the unexpected. Don't be doing no last minute stuff. Oh, well, that airport is small. And so we could probably do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And the minute you say that, you will run into some situation that you were not necessarily prepared for. And so for Curaçao, there were 2 things. One, you have to fill out paperwork 7 days in advance. with their immigration department
Right.
and give them all of your information. And then they kind of pre-approve
It's like
you.
a pre-visa.
It's a pre-visa, and they
Yeah.
pre-approve
And they
you.
pre-approve you to come
It was
to the
free.
country.
It was
Yeah.
free, but you have to wait for the email. And then that's another thing that we had to present at the counter. So that was another thing that I uploaded into TripIt, was those the
documents
emails
for
that said,
yeah.
yes, you're approved. But wait, the letter also said, this email does not guarantee you entry into the country. When you show up, the person who's behind the desk
Nope.
has final jurisdiction.
That's right. And the thing about it also,
And they were checking.
oh yeah, the thing about it also, and this is all going on at the ticket counter.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady asked us about the yellow fever thing, and we were like, well, we've had, immunizations when we went to South Africa, blah, blah, blah. And that's what took almost over 30, 40 minutes, was she had to contact Curaçao and find out if we could come
Yes.
to the country.
Yes. She got approval. She had to get approval.
She had to get approval from Curaçao.
Okay. And so you always want to check. Look, this trip was the first trip where I did not have everything planned in advance. Usually before we even leave Portugal, no sound.
Yeah, I just saw that too.
No sound? Does anybody else hear us? Valerina said, wow, okay. Let us know if you hear sound. I'm going to continue talking just in case, because, okay, we can hear. Okay, loud and clear. Okay, very good, very good. What was I talking about? I think I think we were still on Curaçao before we get to this thing. This is the first time that I've planned as we go, and we've changed our mind a couple of times about what we wanted to do. And so Polly spent more money than I should have because of that, because obviously, when you're shopping last minute, you will shop last minute. But obviously, you see the place that we're staying is very nice. We have treated ourselves in Curaçao, y'all.
Yeah, we did.
We've got the most gorgeous view. So those of you who are members, hang out with us 1 hour before we go live, okay? And we'll give you a little tour of the condo. I don't think that we can show too much of it live. I can't remember which one said no commercial photography or something. I don't know if it was this one or the last one we stayed at. I don't remember, y'all. We've been too many places. And so even if you're flying by the seat of your pants, thank God Rick was on it. Check to make sure that you understand all of the requirements. Now, had Curaçao even been on the list, I would have made sure before we left, but it wasn't on the list. And then when I did a Google Flights Explorer and looked at the price from Colombia to Curaçao, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Wait, what? We could do that. For how much? I think it was like, I think it was like $215 a piece to get from Colombia to Curaçao. Come on now. Come on. Of course we're going. Of course we're going. But yes, check all of the requirements in advance. Had we known about the yellow fever thing, I'm not even sure. I remember the doctor's face, but I don't even remember the doctor's firm that I was at, and wherever those documents are, they could be in Portugal. I know I did bring some immunization stuff to Portugal besides the COVID stuff. So it could be in Portugal, but ain't nobody there to get it. Like, oh my God, nightmare. Okay. Thankfully, they let us in and it was no harm, no foul. We would have lost a lot of money. And that's just, it has been the way it is. All right. And so we don't want you to make these same rookie mistakes. Last, but certainly not least,
the exit strategy rule.
Everybody doesn't tell you this.
No.
Because the average American, let's say you live in LA, they'll go from LA to Hawaii and back. Or maybe they'll go to a couple of islands on Hawaii, but LA to Hawaii and back. And then next year they'll go to LA to Florida and back. Or maybe they'll go LA to London and back. But rarely do they say, okay, I'm going to go LA to London, to Spain, to Portugal, to France, to Italy, to Greece, and then back to London. And plan it all yourself. I'm a control freak. So I need to plan it myself. I don't necessarily trust that the planning person is going to give me the best price and the best bang for my buck. And they're certainly not going to be trying to use my points and do all of that stuff. So I don't know. Because I don't know. Anyway, I like to do it myself. So that's what we do. Now, so the last one, the exit strategy rule, always know how you will leave. Every single country except for Mexico, because we are permanent residents of Mexico, asked us, when are you getting out? Well, actually, Curaçao did not.
Curaçao was the only place it didn't.
It did not. Excuse me. But before we got on the plane, they asked to make sure that we had an outgoing ticket. Yes, before we even got on the plane, they made sure. So I showed her that we had an outgoing ticket. But yeah, every single other place, that when are you leaving? Show me that you have a flight out of our country, please.
Yeah, don't get all up in your feelings because not customs. What is it?
Immigration.
Immigrations will ask you.
Yeah.
How long you plan on staying? When you plan on leaving?
Yeah, and it's not necessarily because you're black or anything like that.
Don't get all up in your feelings. They're gonna ask.
You're right, and you know, they've got the same kind of issues that America does, in that they want to make sure that they know everyone who is coming into their country. And here's another thing, y'all. There are countries all over the world that have our fingerprints and pictures of our faces. If you have an issue with that, you might want to stay your behind at home. Because I don't know if there's a list. I'm sure there is a list of which countries do it. Curaçao did not. Curaçao was very old-fashioned. The residents had the scanners and the whole things, but the non-residents, no, it was very old-fashioned. But I want to say Panama and Colombia took fingerprints and stuff. Yes. Mexico did not. But again, we're residents. They already have it for us. So I don't know what other people had to do. I can't remember. And they've changed a lot of things for Mexico for non-residents. So you can book. If you get caught out there, and forget this, if you make some last minute changes, you can book a refundable ticket, okay? A fake ticket. And that's what I was going to do if one of the places demanded. I hadn't booked our outgoing yet. But I had our ticket back to Europe already. So I was going to see if that would work. Otherwise, I was going to book a 100% refundable ticket and just book it right quick. And then as soon as you leave the gate, get past security, boom, refund it, cancel it. And so that's what you can do, you know, and it's, you know, you have no intention on staying in these people's country undocumented, right?
Hopefully.
And so, you know, there's no issue with you, you know, booking a fake ticket. And then when you have time to book the ticket that you really want, go ahead and do that. So those were our 5 biggest tips, y'all. We have been having a ball out here in these international streets, but it was not fun sitting in that Cartagena airport, not knowing if we were going to get on the airplane. Yeah. But here's the thing, you guys. Usually, like years ago, like had this happened back in 2018 when we took the 1-month trip to Europe, had this happened back then, I'd have been freaking the F out. And he'd have been calming me down and this is that and the other and yada, yada, yada. The reason why I didn't freak out is because it's just money. And we have enough money to just purchase another ticket to someplace else. Yeah, it hurt a little bit. But it wasn't going to make us or break us, not even close, right? Like not even close. Like not like 6 months from now, we probably wouldn't even remember it. Mm-hmm. Okay? If you need to make money like that, if you need to have it like that, and you need help, Beyond the Bling is our financial freedom program for late bloomers, okay? Start with the Ready to Retire Toolkit. That's in the description below. Start with the freebies. All right. And if you need more help, then Beyond the Bling, if you need one-on-one coaching, we are here to help. We have helped people get out of debt in months, okay, when they thought they needed years. We have helped people retire in a year when they thought they needed 3 years, okay? Sometimes you just need an outside view, and you need someone who's already done it. And we did it when we didn't believe that we could do it. So we figured out a way. And we can help you figure out a way as well without you being broke in these international streets or nothing like that. It's amazing how many people go from, I've got $700,000 in the bank to I'll be homeless in 3 years in a blink of an eye. And it's like, oh, whoa. Slow down, baby. Slow down. All right. All right. It does not take as much money as you think. We have our meetup coming up in June 2026. It's always going to be the week of Juneteenth. All right. The next one is in 2026. And on Sunday, we will announce when we will have the Zoom call for anybody who thinks they might be interested. Okay. And then we will have our next Side Hustle Challenge cohort starting right after the first of the year. We meet every second Saturday, both Beyond the Bling and the Side Hustle Freedom Lab cohort meet every second Saturday of the month for exchange of information, live Q&A, and group coaching. And with that, y'all, we will see you all on Saturday. We love you. We see you all. Thank you. Give Action VJ some love for always showing up. If Greta is in the chat, give her some love as well for always helping us get the message out, get the information out. We love them. They're family. There's nothing they can do to get rid of us at this point.
Nope.
All right, y'all. We love you guys, and we'll see you on Sunday. Bye.